Right guys, welcome back to MotoGP 19 career mode here today. It's been a while, but we are finally back and we are going to pick up where we left off midway through the Moto2 season. If you guys have missed any episodes or you're new to the channel, you're going to give this series a chance, or maybe you're coming from the F1 side of things on my channel. If you haven't seen it, we're pretty much halfway through a career mode at the minute, and we currently took a little break in Moto2 and we're pretty much at the halfway stage kind of at the season, and yeah, there'll be a full playlist link down below in the description, and also a link to the previous episode in the top right corner of the screen. And if you want to get up to speed or watch the previous episode just to get a little bit more up to speed on the series, then you can do that if you'd like. Now for this one we are back, and to be fair, I've got to refresh my memory along with all of you guys, so let's jump into career mode, and you guys have had plenty of time to click off the video now if you want to avoid spoilers, and we're going to see where we left off more like. Now first of all, let's go through sections. So first of all, the calendar. So as you can see on screen, the next race is at Marino. In today's episode we're going to race here and also at Aragon. The next episode will be at Thailand and Motegi, and then the final episode will be a triple header at Phillip Island, Malaysia and Valencia. So we've got 3 more episodes of Moto2, and then we will jump into the main category at MotoGP. The plan is simple. We're going to do 2 races per episode in Moto2, and I think they're going to be 25% races. But then when we move up to MotoGP, we will do 1 race per episode, and there will be 50% races. We're going to really increase it next season, and I'm looking forward to that. In terms of other things we need to update on, first of all, the championship standings. As you guys can see, we are 38 points clear at the top of the championship, and it's a good thing I've got that gap, because I feel like the first couple of races I might struggle to find my rhythm. It might take me a little while to get going again, and there's been a lot of patches since I've last played, so it could be a different game, and I'm looking forward to it. In terms of overall engine development and also just R&D development as a whole, you can see on screen we maxed out the electronics before we took a break, and the frame is almost maxed out and the engine is halfway there. So the bike overall is a very solid machine, and we've got a very solid competitive package underneath us. We've got 50 development points as it stands, so hopefully we can add to that in this episode, and then we'll buy some upgrades in the next episode probably. But yeah guys, that is going to be it for the updating. We're now going to move into the action here at San Marino, which is going to be the next race at Mazzano, one of my favourite tracks on the calendar. And as usual, we're going to go into the settings here so you guys can see, just to refresh your memory. And we're going to go into FP1 first of all, take care of all the practice programs, and then we'll move into Q1. So let's jump into it, let's get to work, and let's see how we get on. I forgot to mention as well, whilst we're in practice, that I've kept it on a maximum difficulty, because we was finding it quite easy towards the end of my last time playing the game. So hopefully that will give me the best possible challenge in this as we begin our practice programs. Currently on the quick lap simulation program, we've already succeeded with the track affinity. Now we're currently trying to set a hot lap to see what our quick lap simulation pace is, but also this lap should hopefully be good enough to get us into Q2. And so far it's going pretty well. Marcel Schrotter, or now Alex Marquez, setting the pace. Oh, wow, that's a big wobble there. I had to get off the brake. That's going to cost me some time in sector 4. Let's see if we can end the lap strongly though, and try and succeed with this practice program. Final corner. I've got to beat a 39.6, which could be quite tricky to beat, to be honest. Out the final corner on the power. Up to the line. Do we beat a 39.6? Yes, we do. There we go. 39.3. Good stuff. Decent lap. Okay, so we've scored maximum points in the track affinity and also the quick lap simulation. In terms of our live session time encounter, you can see that we're 6/10 up on Alex Marquez, so good pace. We are running a soft compared to the AI running a hard medium, which is something I'll probably run. The front tyre, I was looking, does get quite severely worn around here, so we're definitely going to be running those tyres. So it seems like in principle, if we run harder tyres, the pace should be a lot more similar, so it could be an interesting weekend. With that being said, that is it for practice. We're now going to move into qualifying. Okay, so into qualifying, and to be fair, quite surprisingly, a lot of people went faster. So in FP2, FP3 and FP4, everyone seemed to find a lot more pace, and we got pushed down to like P8, P9. We still got through to Q2, which is good, but not as easily, not as comfortably as I would have expected. So it looks like we're going to have to pick up the pace in qualifying here and try and find some more speed. Also, from now on, I'm going to match the tyres that AI use in qualifying to make it a little bit more fair. Okay, so with 8.5 minutes to go, seems like, again, this has been patched since the last time I played, because before the AI would qualify on harder tyres, but they seem to be running soft in qualifying now, which makes a lot more sense. And the benchmark 38.8 from Lorenzo Baldassari. So now that's been updated, it's good news, because we can actually qualify on the softest tyre and basically go flat out. So let's go into the soft tyres and see if we have any pace to try and compete for pole position here today. Looks like we haven't lost it here. What a fantastic lap so far. I'm behind the corner here. Hopefully it doesn't hold me up too badly. Into the final corner. A little bit wide. They're using the first gear to pick up the rotation. On the power. Up to the line. Let's see what we do. Can we get first place? Yes, we do. 38.3. Decent lap there. Very, very good lap on the soft tyres. You can see the front, how much they overheat, and that's going to eventually turn into tyre wear. So for the race, I'm really looking at hard, to be honest. I'm not considering anything else, but there we go. What a lap that was. We can now back off, let the timer tick over, and see if anybody else improves. But I think that lap could be the one for pole already, and it's like I've never been away. Incredible pace. Okay, so I've simulated some time, and things have changed a little bit. Thomas Luthi, Alex Marquez setting the benchmark. Tom Luthi down into the 137s. So we're going to have to respond here. Baldassari also improved from a 38.8 to a 38.3. So everyone's improved. Jorge Navarro, who's the closest to me in the championship, he's down in P8 with a 38.6. So in terms of the championship, it's looking pretty good. But I'm going to go back out there, try one more run on one more fresh set of soft tyres, and see if we can try and crack that first place. I think it's going to be close. The lap before was pretty decent, so it's going to take a really good lap for me to beat that 37.8. However, I think P2 could be more possible. Oh no, oof. How the hell did we stay on the bike? How the hell did we stay on the bike? Final corner on the power. It was a good lap up until then. Can we still improve even with that mistake? Up to the line. Oh, not quite. 37.9. We just miss out. I think had we not made that mistake, it would have been the one. That was such a good lap. The sector 3 was absolutely unbelievable how perfect that was. But yeah, we tried our best. Didn't quite work out, but you know what? I'll take a front row start. I think that's pretty damn good. There we have it then, confirmation as Tom Luthi picks up pole and we come home P2, Alex Marquez P3, and my nearest rival in the championship, Jorge Navarro, down in P8, which is very good news for us. So the target is simple. For tomorrow's race, obviously I want to try and win. If not, a podium will do, and we'll take it one race at a time. But overall, a good qualifying session to come back to, and I've definitely not lost much pace, which I'm very happy with. And it's a lot more competitive as well, which is good to see. So overall, very happy. But we now move into the race. Here we are then, it's race time at Misano. There is Alex Marquez starting from P3, the veteran Tom Luthi starts from P1, and we are going to start from P2, splitting both of these riders on the front row. Jorge Navarro, there he is, my championship rival, down in 8th place, and he's going to struggle. I think since the patches have occurred, his pace has been nerfed a lot, so I don't think he will be my eventual championship challenger. I think you'll see Luthi, Marquez, Schrotter all be a lot stronger as the season goes on. I think they'll become more regular rivals. The good thing is we have a head start in terms of points, so let's try and maintain it. First of all, let's change our tyres. I'm going to go hard. I'm not going to take any chances. It's my first race back, so I don't want to have to struggle with tyre wear, so let's play it safe. And yeah, we're going to see how we get on here in this race, and fingers crossed we could try and at least get a podium, and that would be a decent result from a MotoGP comeback. With that being said, let's jump into it. It's time for the San Marino Grand Prix here at Misano. Let's do this. Right, here we go then. Can we get a good start? Do I still remember how to get a good start? 5 lights. And away we go here at San Marino. Not the best start. Using the short shift, it feels like the start method might have changed, but we're down to P7, so not the best start. Down the inside at turn 2, a little bit later on the brakes. Trying to stand up the bike a bit. Turn 3, around the outside, a little bit wide. Let's try and get the power down though. Let's try and commit to this. Outside line, not where you want to be. Hopefully we'll get down to the apex. As Marino sends one down the inside on the VR46 machine. I'm offline now, a little bit wide. I'm going to have to try and stand her up on the exit. There we go. So down to P7, not the best start. Might take a little while just to get back up to speed, to be honest, and get my starts nailed. A little bit wide here at the hairpin, just trying to test the limits of the hard tyre, see how it feels. Obviously won't be able to push as much as the soft tyre. AR seem a lot more calmer on lap 1, which is good to see. They're not as reckless or suicidal. They seem to have been toned down a little bit, which is good to see. Makes racing a lot more natural. Here we go then at the hairpin. Let's see what this bike is like for straight line speed. I actually can't really remember that well. We're in the toe of Luca Marini here. Close enough. Let's try and get a smooth on. We are dropping back a little bit on the straight, you can see. Just towards the end there we were dropping back a bit. Not quite flat on the hard tyres through there. As Jorge Martin goes down, a little bit wide there at 13. I've got a bike right behind me trying to look for a move. Got to try and keep it nice and tight to the apex. There we go, lap 1. Pretty much done and dusted now, out of 6. So let's continue on. Let's see if we can try and make some progress. Well then, pretty good exit again there at the hairpin. Marini's a little bit further back from Fernandez this time. Let's see if we can try and go a little bit better through here. I think on the brake again through that first one. Let's try and keep it flat for the second. No, not quite. A little lift again. Very wide through 13 again. Definitely nowhere near as much grip on this hard tyre. Okay, end of lap 2 then. Pretty consistent pace. We're all pretty evenly matched in the top 7 here at least. Lucy still leads the way. It's about time I start making some moves. I'm just trying to find my confidence on this tyre so I can start to really attack and brake late. So hopefully this lap we can start making a few moves happen. Okay, that was much better this time. Sector 3, hooked that up a tree. Let's see if we can try and make something happen here. I'm starting to get not frustrated, but a little bit worried. The pace is very close between all of us. Literally, no one's really overtaken anybody. We're just so evenly matched for pace. So it's going to take something special to really make the difference here. Difficulty level seems to be perfect. There's a nice gap behind, so we haven't got to worry about bikes coming from behind us. Just focus those in front as we match the fastest up of the race with a 13.5. Let's see if we can try and make something happen now. Okay, this is the closest I've been to Marini here through this section. As we go towards the hairpin. Let's take it nice and easy, try and focus on our exit. That's a nice bit of traction there. A little bit closer. Last time I nailed it through here. Can we nail it again? This seems to be the one part of the track where I can make the difference compared to the AI. Similar to qualifying. That's a nice line through there. Turning early again. Down the inside. Yes, that's a block pass and a half. That's what I'm talking about. Marini back down the inside though. Late on the brakes. He's going to get back past for now. That was me having a look for the first time. Let's see if we can try and get past him definitively. Oh, that's a bit wide there for the front, scrubbing away. Right, 2 laps to go. I tried to make my move, didn't quite work. We'll try again this lap. Hairpin again. Let's try and get the power nice and early. That's a nice bit of power there, to be fair. We're going to get really close to Marini and his toe this time. Let's try and carry the speed for the first one. That's perfect. The problem is we're on the outside, which is not where you want to be. Had a little look there, but no way through. Going to return the favourite from last lap. Late on the brakes here at the hairpin. Going to force him wide, but Marini holds on. We get the power down though, quite nicely. More contact there as we try to go around the outside. Maybe for the inside for the final corner. Not quite. Oh, that's a big one. Using the rear brake, didn't quite work. Again, it's backfired onto the last lap. Looks like the best we're going to get is P6 this race. Let's try again and try and get Marini if we can. Handling's definitely changed a little bit in terms of the way the bike handles over curbing and the way the braking works. Okay, let's try and nail this. Flat out through there. Let's go flat out through the second one. Down a few gears for 13. That was absolutely perfect. Literally nailed that like qualifying. All or nothing. for this rest of the lap now on the power. See if I can send one on Marino into the final corner. A little bit wide there. Not going to work out, I don't think. On the power out the final corner, unfortunately we're not going to be close enough. Frustrating, but a decent race nonetheless, so I enjoyed that. Tough challenge, really tough challenge. But you know what, I think I'll take that. Overall, you know, it's my first race back. I did bring home the fastest lap, I did it on the last lap, a 39.1 on that last lap, so we had good pace. And it was very close. I mean, look at the lap times. I think all the patches that have come out, it's made the AI very, very close and much more realistic, which I really like. So, yeah, the only positive there is the fact that we did beat a championship rival who finished down in P14. Now, we're only 14th place, so that's good news for us in the championship. But let's have a look at the updated championship standings, because after that race, let's have a look, see what everybody is, to get a real understanding of how the situation looks. So Navarro's still comfortably second with 13 points in his pocket. Marcel Schroetter's the nearest challenger. Marquez only 1 point behind, and then Luthi as well. So Luthi, Schroetter, Marquez, them three for me are going to be the ones that going forward are going to challenge. I don't think Navarro's going to be in the money for much longer, so we need to try and keep the gap while it lasts. And yeah, hopefully that goes well. That being said, that is it for Mazzano. We're now going to move into the next race at Aragon. Okay, so we just finished the distance analysis and we got a maximum score in that practice program. Now we're going to jump into quick lap simulation. But first of all, we are going to check the live session, because as you can see, we're currently fastest on the double medium. Everyone's running hard, so we should go even quicker now on soft. But it's looking pretty similar to the last race. Dare I say I'm out of a little bit more pace than Mazzano, but we'll see how it goes. First of all, though, let's jump into the practice program and let's set a lap good enough. That's going to get us into Q2. Right then, up to the line, this should be a pretty straightforward time and we should beat it quite comfortably. There we go, by over a second I believe, so job done. And that's maximum score in the practice programs. Now we're going to see how we get on, so let's go back to the garage and see what the true representation of the lap times is. So let's look at the live session. 1.6 up on Luthi, so the gap is bigger than Mazzano. And yeah, pretty damn comfortable. So I think that lap should be comfortably good enough to get into Q2. So let's jump into qualifying and let's see how we get on. Okay, so I definitely think we've got a better pace here. As you can see, we are into Q2 as top seed, P1, and the time we did in FP1 stood all the way through practice. So we definitely got a better pace here. So let's try and convert that into pole position, and then we'll see where that goes in the race tomorrow. Okay, so in qualifying, the AR have raised their game a little bit. We did a 55 in practice. As you can see, the AR are doing 55s in qualifying on the soft tyre. So it could be close, so we're going to hit the track on soft tyres and see what we can do in this qualifying session. Perfect lap so far, really happy with this. It's come together beautifully, I've made no mistakes. Had a little bit of contact with the bike in sector 1, but other than that it's pretty damn fine and I'm very happy with it. Let's have a strong end to the lap. This is the line I like to take, the little kind of wide entry. Focus on my exit. There it is, flat out through there, up the hill. Up to the line, is it enough? Let's find out, there we go. 1.2 up, and that will be pole position. I don't have to go out again. I'm pretty convinced that should do the trick. So yeah, overall decent lap. Let's go back to the garage and see how we get on. Right, so here we are then at the end of qualifying, and the results are in, and we secure pole position by a second over Marcel Schrotter. Alex Marquez P3 on the front row with us. Thomas Luthi, the winner last time out, P5, and then Jorge Navarro, my nearest championship rival, down in P9. So overall, a successful session. We now move into the race, and let's see if we can try and convert this pole position into a race win. Right, here we are then on the grid for the Aragon GP. There is Marcel Schrotter, my nearest challenger in terms of the man that's closest to me on the grid here today. There is Alex Marquez, the man in P3. We're going to focus on our tyres, and we're going to strap on a fresh set of tyres, hard front, hard rear once again for this race. That's going to be the way to go. There's Remy Gardner in the background, and yeah, we're going to see how we get on trial. Actually, no, it's Tetsuta Nakajima, sorry, Nagashima. But yeah, we're going to jump into things here. We're going to see how we get on in this race, and I want to try and convert this pole into a win because the last race wasn't ideal. My pace was okay last time, you know, it was just really, really close. I think it was just down to that AI being very good around there, which I quite enjoyed. But I'm looking forward to hopefully having a bit of a better race from my point of view and hopefully score some bigger points. With that being said, let's jump into it. It's time for round 14 for the Aragon GP. Right, here we go. 5 lights come on. Let's try and get a good start here. Lights on, away we go. Straight into second gear this time. Seems to work a little bit better as well. That's a good method. Straight into second gear was the way to go. That's a much better start from us. Only down to P2 here. Down the inside of Schrotter 2, but it doesn't quite work out. We're still connected actually. We kind of just stuck together there. Try and look for a move straight away on the German rider to try and make our way through. Going to open up the line. See where I can come in at a sharper angle here, down the inside, a little bit aggressive on the inside, but we are going to get it done. There we go, we force our way through, past Marcel Schrotter, back into P1 where I started. Keep it nice and tidy through here, hold the inside line, Schrotter's going for the move again, looking for the way back past. All we've got to do now is try and survive the chicane, which is very tricky for me. I struggle through here quite a bit. Get that early apex just about, rotate the bike. Keep it nice and tight on the inside line. Don't invite the pressure. And there we go. Look at the mini-map. You can see a little bit of separation already. Getting a good exit. Keeping it tidy through here. 4th gear short shift. There we go. That's a good start to the race. We survived Schrotter's initial pressure. Now we've got to try and pull away. I hate this corner so much. It's probably my worst corner on the entire racetrack. But we get away with it again. Nice and tidy. Easy over the hill. And now we start to go downhill into this tricky chicane. A lot of patience required here again, as hopefully no one will dive down the inside. And there we go, on the exit, good traction, good power down, and there we have a big gap already forming behind us, and that is what I'm talking about. Much better. Let's try and run away with this, lick the stamp, send it, and try and say goodbye to the people behind. Big moment there. Getting very sideways, that's going to cost me some time. Luckily enough, we managed to get a good exit, and we should be able to re-extend our gap. Schrotter's starting to pull away a little bit, trying to disconnect from the pack. He's trying to hold on to me and try and keep up. So he's doing a good job, but I think we've got a little bit too much pace at the minute. Although, to be fair, I've not pulled away this lap as much as I would have hoped. So Schrotter could still be a threat. We need to be wary of that and give it the appropriate respect. Schrotter really closing up on me through there, but I seem to get a much better exit over the hill. But I'll say though, Schrotter's really not letting me go here. He's keeping the pressure on big time. A huge moment again there. Got to be careful with those. The rear brake is a killer. It really is. Spare lap from me though. Nice little gap to Schrotter this time. We've this time really got the hammer down. This time no scares in this lap. The last lap was pretty good actually, even with the big moment we had. It was a 55.8, which is pretty good pace on a hard tyre. Let's see what this lap is. It felt pretty good. The gap to Schrotter has increased across the line. 55.6, there we go, setting the pace. Last lap of the race now though. Let's focus on bringing this home and make no mistakes and try and take it easy on this final lap. Even if it means inviting a bit of pressure from Schrotter, let's not throw it away now. I could do with this win, especially with only not many races to go. It would really give us pretty much one hand on the championship this win. Here we go then. on the back straight, last lap of the race. A pretty low-key, calm final lap just to bring it home. But a very good race, a very good weekend overall with pole position and the win, and also probably the fastest lap, so it's going to be pretty much a grand slam for us. Here we go at the final corner, up the hill, and there we go. We're going to come through to win in Aragon, get in, 25 points, massive for the championship. Very happy with that. Let's look at the final race results as we win. Marcel Schrotter third, Alex Marquez Schrotter second, and then Thomas Luthi P4. Then we've got Baldassari and Fernandez, Gardner, Marini and Bastianini. And let's see where Navarro finished, down in, wow, okay, P17, so he actually didn't even score any points, so he must have had a really poor race. So Jorge Navarro out of the points, and that could be massive for the championship. Let's have a look. And there you go, Navarro drops down to P4, Marcel Schrotter now P2, Alex Marquez P3, and Thomas Luthi will probably also soon overtake Navarro for P4 there. So like I said before, Schrotter, Marquez and Luthi are now going to become my near rivals. And after this we have 5 races to go. That was round 14 of 19, and we've got a nice over 50 point gap, which equates to 2 race wins. We've got 63 points over Schrotter, 60 over Marquez and 73 over Luthi. So in principle, if we keep it above that kind of 50 point gap margin, we can wrap up the championship with 2 races to spare, so that could be pretty damn good. We could probably wrap it up at Phillip Island. So we've got Motegi next, then Thailand, and then we've got Phillip Island. So actually wait, we've got Motegi, then Thailand, then Phillip Island. Yeah, so we could probably wrap it up at Phillip Island, to be fair, in Australia, so that could be pretty damn tasty. But yeah guys, that is it for this episode of Career Mode. Let's look at the constructors and the team championship real quick. And we're currently P3, 10 points behind Ego plus Speed Up. I think we could overtake them because, like I said before, Navarro seems to be dropping off the pace a little bit, so there's a chance we could overtake them. And Dynavolt looking very dominant there with Luthi and Schrotter at the helm, and pretty much equal on points, to be fair. So yeah, doing a very good job overall. But yeah guys, that's going to be it for this episode of Career Mode. We'll put some upgrades on at the start of the next episode. But if you guys did enjoy this video, drop a like and subscribe if you are new for daily Formula 1 and MotoGP content, and turn on notifications to not miss a single video from me. And finally, check out these 2 videos on your screen if you have missed them. But other than that guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you on my next one very soon. But until then, it's goodbye from me.